Matthew Flinders set out from Port Jackson, Sydney in December 1801 with orders to map the coastline of Australia in HMS Investigator. As Flinders travelled north, he passed the Three Brothers Mountains of the Camden Haven, and on 24 July 1802, the Investigator tacked off this point, hence the name Tacking Point. Flinders was intrigued by the area and remarked in his diary, "The projection of which we wore ship at dusk is somewhat irregularly formed. At its northern part is a rocky lump of a sugarloaf shape, and beyond it the shore falls back and seems to be low. The water seems to be shoal in this bight, and there are some rocks above water in the southern part of it. The coasts for some distance to the northward of the Three Brothers having been passed by Captain Cook in the night, I wished to examine it closely, and for that reason we hauled to the wind instead of standing on all night." During the 1800s, the number of ships travelling through the area progressively increased as settlements spread further up the New South Wales coast. However, the coastline was a dangerous route and often deadly for traders and travellers. Following outcry at the appalling loss of life at sea, the New South Wales Marine Board issued a directive to illuminate the coastline like a street with lamps. This lighthouse is one of 5 along the northern New South Wales coastline designed by noted colonial architect James Barnett. The other 4 lighthouses are at Clarence Head, Fingal Head, Richmond Head and Crowdy Head. 4 of these 5 original lighthouses, including Tacking Point, are still in use. Tacking Point Lighthouse was built in 1879. Construction by Sydney firm Shepherd and Mauchly cost £4,650. It follows the same design as Barnett's other North Coast lighthouses, with an offset lighthouse tower supplemented by an adjoining annex for storage and shelter. The original lamp was a 4th order catadioptric fixed 2-week kerosene oil burner of under 1000 candle power, capable of projecting to a visibility of 12 nautical miles, approximately 22 kilometers. The light was converted to acetylene gas in 1919 with automatic control and increased to 1500 candle power. The keeper's cottage was also removed as this conversion no longer required the constant attention of a lighthouse keeper. The lighthouse was converted to electricity in 1972. The keeper's cottage was built in 1879 at the same time as the lighthouse. Keeping the lights fuel through the night meant a lighthouse keeper typically had to live on site, and as married men were preferred in an effort to negate the isolation, provision of a comfortable cottage was typically part of the keeper's remuneration. A chair will be allowed, but no sofa on which to recline. These are the instructions to light keepers, and that was instruction number 49. The keeper's job was a demanding one, set against the backdrop that lives depended on the light. Guided by the instructions to light keeper's manual, the keeper's primary concern was the light. Instruction number 63 was, they were not ever to prejudice the working of the light, even in the event of a shipwreck. This stress was often exacerbated by the isolation of lighthouses. Tacking Point Lighthouse was seen as being very far out of the town up until the 1960s. In addition to maintaining the lamp, the keepers were also responsible for maintaining shipping and accounts records and undertaking meteorological records every 3 hours. The lighthouse keeper's cottage at Tacking Point housed 7 lighthouse keepers and their families between 1879 and 1919, after which Tacking Point Lighthouse was converted to automatic and no longer required the constant maintenance of a keeper.